G'day and welcome to the box seat. I'm Pete Anthonus. It's good to be here to preview the WATC Derby Day this Saturday at Ascot Racecourse. It's a big 9-race card. Looking forward to getting into it. If we have a quick look at the weather forecast, it's mostly sunny and 25 degrees. The track will be a good 4 and the rail is in the inside position or the true. The first race on the card jumps at 11:54. It's the Coolridge Plate over 1,000 metres, and our horse in focus is the unbeaten Pretty Style.
150 and Pretty Style led more than a length on Pure Dynamite with Marcia Lady searching for an inside run. They're being followed by Downforce over on the outside. Well back the remainder. Pretty Style is the leader coming to the 100. It's Pretty Style a length and a half in front for Marcia Lady, who can't do any better, and it'll be 2 wins within the week for Pretty Style. Pretty Style won by almost a length, Marcia.
Pretty Style was well backed in its most recent start at Ascot Racecourse. It jumped straight to the front and was just too difficult to beat for the rest of the field. I'm anticipating much the same tactics here. I'm anticipating it will start a pretty short favourite, so the price is probably going to be pretty skinny, but on the sectional ratings it's run so far, it does look pretty hard to beat for most of this field. The second pick is the 5, which is a first starter high range. Just a really impressive trial. It was ridden to hold the lead and it was just very strong through the line. I'm sure Connections would be pretty rapt going into its debut run this Saturday. Third pick is the 2, Silken Eyes. Again, you can't really knock what it's done so far. It trialled well and won that trial, and then on its only start so far, it settled in the breeze and was just too strong late for Joyride. So the horse itself can take natural improvement. It just has a sticky gate from 6. And then fourth pick is the 3, which is Annihilator. It's run 2 nice trials on pace and should get into a good position from gate 4. To start with the card, race 1. On top for me is Pretty Style, the 1 from 5, High Range, 2, Silken Eyes and 3, Annihilator. Race 2 at Ascot jumps at 12:29. It's the Furphy Maiden over 1,200 metres, and we'll have a look at our last start performer at Ascot, and that horse is Megazone.
Planets. Megazone searching for a run behind them, running on Palacino further back, and down the outside is Dreamstream Mums, the 1, 200 left to go, and Wacken Tank is the leader. Wacken Tanker tackled now by Ribbon of Gold. Ribbon of Gold, Wacken Tanker, they're fighting it out. On the inside, Wacken Tanker, Ribbon of Gold, Pike lifting and gets there. Ribbon of Gold just one from...
Megazone had some support on its most recent start. It got itself into a pretty handy position around 5th and running, but it was just overpowered late by Ribbon of Gold and Wacken Tanker, who were just an extra pair in front of it. From gate 6, there's not a whole heap of speed on paper in this event, so I'm anticipating it could jump and roll straight to the front. And if it runs along at similar sort of sectional fractions, it should be pretty difficult to run down. The extra 100 metres looks ideal as well. Second pick is the 7, Boyadjan, which, look, it's a little tricky one to say for me, but it gets into a good spot. Willie Pike's on board, should be able to find some cover from gate 8, and so far it's trialled well. It's also raced well in its only start. If we go back, that was 2 lengths behind Tycoon Mikado, which looks pretty decent form for this event here. Third pick is a 3, Luke's Choice. Again, it gets itself into a bit of an awkward situation with a wide barrier. It will get back in the field, but we saw last start it ran the 4th fastest 600 and 400 and 200 on the card. So if it runs something like that with a bit of clear room, it might be proving very strong late. And then fourth pick is the 6, Crypto, who's just run 2 nice races at Geraldton so far. It does look to get itself into a good position from gate 4, and I'm anticipating it will be pretty solid through the line. But in race 2, 5 on top for me, Megazone, from the 7, Boyadjan, 3, Luke's Choice and 6, Crypto. Race 3 at Ascot jumps at 1:14. It's the Dosanya handicap over 1,600 metres, and you won't have to look too hard to see the horse in focus. It was Universal May flashing home from the tail last start at Ascot.
Tycoon Target going up now, Superior Smile. It left that sweet seat to challenge. A length and a half every mile of memory, starting to work its way through traffic, but Superior Smile reaches the lead. Going to the 150, Geiger Gem battling away on the inside. Superior Smile with Geiger Gem coming back tooth and nail. Geiger Gem regains the lead, and it's Geiger Gem.
Universal May had a bit of a sticky gait on that occasion. It was restrained right back towards the tail of the field. Got some momentum out wide, but did a power of work late to really finish strongly in a race where it was only half a length behind Geiger Gem. I'm anticipating from gate 2, Sean O'Donnell can settle this horse a little bit more forwards towards midfield at least, and if he can use that turn of foot once more, it should be pretty hard to beat. We've seen Sean O'Donnell really adept at using those inside barriers in small fields and just extricating horses at the right time. I think he'll do the same in this event. Second pick is the 2, New Age. It's been running over a little bit of further distances and drops back here to the 1600. I think that looks suitable. It hasn't really been suited the last 2 starts. It should get into a better spot in the small field from barrier 8. Third pick is the 6, Yeah Bravo. We saw the quick backup worked for this horse a couple of weeks ago. Trying the same trick again here is the Parnham stable. It raced on Wednesday, it's backing up on the Saturday, and it looks to have a much more favourable barrier from 5. And then the 4th pick is the 3, Superior Smile, who's just been consistent. It was arguably in front for a lot of that straight last start, where it was just overpowered late by Geiger Gem, who kicked back along the inside. But again, it does map well from gate 3, and Dan Stake jumps on board. He should be pretty strong with this horse. Race 3 on top for me is the 7, Universal May, the 2, New Age, 6, Yeah Bravo, and 3, Superior Smile. Race 4 at Ascot jumps at 154. It's the Pepsi Max handicap over 1800 metres. And we'll take a look at another friend to us here on the box seat. Yet to win so far this preparation, but we'll have a look at Arctic Stream's run from last start.
And at the 350, boys get around him at the top of the running, tackled by Red Publisher. Now Touch of Silver's into the clear. Arctic Stream drove up towards the inside. Then Special Delivery battling away. Midnight Sky runs on down past the 100 though. Boys get around him, tackled to Red Publisher at least by Touch of Silver. Touch of Silver coming at Red Publisher. They drive to the line together. Oh, it's a close.
As is often the case with Arctic Stream, it can get restrained back early in races, especially if it draws a little bit awkwardly. It's got such a good turn of foot that obviously connections like to ride it with a bit of a sit and try and utilise that late. And I'm anticipating the same thing again from gate 8, but the small field's probably the key here. I'm not anticipating a lot of speed whatsoever, so really it's the case of who has the best turn of foot, and I'm pretty confident that Arctic Stream with Willie Pike on board and gate 8 should get every favour available. Second pick is the 2, Like a Butterfly. It's much the same comment for this galloper. From gate 6, it will get back in the field. It just needs to be able to wind up at the right time. It might actually prefer a fraction more speed on than Arctic Stream, but it still has a very nice turn of foot over the last 400. Third pick is the 1, Friaresque. Again, it's been responding better to quieter rides the last couple of starts. It was well supported last start, but it just needs to get the job done, and I'm not sure gate 2 will be as favourable. It will need a bit of running room along the fence. And then 4th pick is the 4, Touch of Silver, who again we saw settle a little bit more forwards last start from the inside barrier. It's got gate 1 for this Saturday, and I'm anticipating Peter Hall will try and settle it in the first 4 in this field. 6 on top, Arctic Stream, from 2, Like a Butterfly, 1, Friaresque, and 4, Touch of Silver.